A chat live online with Liberty Light News regarding the abuse of the Trump movement by people who have turned it into a business instead of what it should be, a patriotic fight for the greatest country in the world, where we work for our American dream. Stay tuned.
I found some really awesome hats to sell, and that's what Americans do, right? Americans sell stuff at a profit for money, right? It's called a business. It's called free enterprise. It's called merchandising. It's called capitalism, right? Everything that I say is true. I live in Tijuana. I'm in Tijuana right now. When you speak about illegals taking our money and sending it to Mexico, aren't you doing that? Oh, you know, that's something you asked last time you, when I was doing the video in Vegas, from Vegas with Miriam. Thank you so much for asking that again. I really wanted to answer that question because, you know, I saw it after the video ended because my battery died. You know, it's funny. I do the complete opposite. So I'll tell you my story, Carlos, so you understand. So I purchase products here in America. And I ship them to Mexico. So I'm the kind of citizen that basically both countries want to have. I'll tell you why. Because I pay taxes on those products. Not all of them, because a lot of them are duty-free. If you have a seller's permit from another country, some of these companies do not charge you tax, but some of them do. About half do, half don't. So I pay tax on these products. So I am a consumer in America, and I ship my products to Mexico. And when they enter Mexico, I pay taxes in Mexico. So I pay taxes in America to buy the products, and in Mexico I pay taxes to the Mexican government to import the products legally into Mexico so that I can sell them. So I pay taxes in America, taxes in Mexico, and then I also hire people in Mexico, pay rent in Mexico, pay utilities in Mexico. I have 7 employees, so I am paying taxes in America and not costing America anything, paying taxes to the Mexican government, contributing to the Mexican economy, and creating jobs in Mexico, and also paying rent and utilities in Mexico, which the utilities, some of them are government owned, like the electric is not anymore. But certain fees and stuff that I pay in Mexico are for the government. So, yeah. And I call myself a taxpayer because I buy in America. I buy my merchandise in America. I buy my groceries in America. I even buy my dog food in America, which is a lot of it. And we pay taxes for all these purchases, whether it's sales tax. I don't work in America, so I don't pay taxes in America. So you are using our money to use in Mexico, right? No, I am spending the money that I make in Mexico, and I'm coming into America and I'm buying products in America, paying taxes in America, and shipping the goods back to Mexico. So you do what corporations are doing, but you're not invading taxes. What does that mean, invading? How do you invade taxes? You mean not pay taxes? Is that what you mean? Well, no, I already explained to you that when my products enter Mexico here in Tijuana, we pay a flat 16%. So basically what you do is this. Say you have, we do it through, they're called forwarders, right? We do it through forwarders. And we have these forwarders in either LA, or we have them in San Isidro, or in Tijuana. They're in both, because they're called forwarding companies. So you pay them, and then they pay the duties, or you do it directly, depending on how much you have. If you have huge volumes of merchandise, like Christmas time and stuff like that, then you do it through them, and then you pay them, and then they pay the government, and they just do it quicker because they go through Otay Mesa, which Otay Mesa is a lot faster for industrial and for commercial. So where is your job at? My job. So my job, it's not a job. I own a company. And I purchase my products in America and I sell them in Mexico. So I'm buying American goods, which a lot of them are not made in America. A lot of them are. Some of them are. Most of them, though, are imported from Asia to America. But I'm a consumer. I'm buying products in America. So I'm helping the American economy. So I'm paying taxes in both places, Alexis. I buy my products in America. They get shipped to Mexico. Before they enter Mexico, I have to pay a flat 16% tax so they can go legally into Mexico, and so that I have legal ownership of that product in Mexico, because they give us, it's kind of like, they call it boletas. It's just receipts for, however many pounds of merchandise or whatever it may be. So that way you have your products legally in Mexico. So if I can explain it to you in any other way, yes, my company is in Mexico. Yes, my company is based out of Mexico. I am registered with what we would call the IRS in Mexico. Yes, Hacienda. And then that's another form to pay taxes, which smaller corporations in Mexico, guys, do not pay a lot of taxes. We fall under a bracket where it's approximately the equivalent to, I believe it's under $300,000 after all expenses, after this, after that, where you really pay a really small percentage. And I remember moving to Mexico and starting, the first day I got there, I had the clothes shipped and everything else. They arrived probably about 3 days after I did, right? And I remember right away looking for a retail space, and I did really good. I got a little tiny space. It was literally probably about maybe 100 square feet. It was tiny. And I remember driving by myself to Mexico City with my car, my little American car with Arizona license plates, and people thinking, you are freaking crazy. You just went to the most dangerous part of Mexico City as an American, because you're an American. Don't even think that you're Mexican. You have no idea what Mexico's about, right? You've been living in America, basically the last 10 years, you're a kid. You have no idea what Mexico's about. I was like, yeah, I do. I know people. It's not about nationality. It's not about culture. It is in a lot of ways, but I know people, okay? I can relate to people. And I went into Tepito, which is the most dangerous part of Mexico City, where people get killed, where all the gangs are, where, we don't even have gangs, but Tepito has gangs. With my Arizona license plates and, my laptop, which people didn't even have a laptop then. And people were like, wow, you're crazy. I was like, no, it's not that I'm crazy. It's that I trust my intuition. And I also trust the way I relate to people, and they're not going to do anything to me, because I'm going to be nice to them, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do. So I went in there, I got my mannequins, I got my fixtures, I got my lights, I got this, I got that. And I started my business, and I started doing really well with it. I was, I had all kinds of clothing, and my profit margin was really nice because the dollar back then was only 10. And I remember buying little shirts for $5, and people would pay me $20, $30 for them. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. I like this margin. This margin is good. And we are gas here in Mexico right now as we speak. I don't know if you can see the prices. No, you can't see them from here. Our gas here in Mexico is more expensive than it is in California, guys. It's more expensive. Our dollar, I'm going to show you. Our so high, guys. It's 1965 right now. When I started my business, guys, when I started my business in Mexico, the dollar was 9 or 10 at the most. Right now, Look, 1965, guys, 19. What that means is that we have to take 19 of our pesos to buy $1, guys. $1. 19 of our pesos to buy $1. When I started my business, 10 of my pesos would buy $1, which meant if I sold 5,000 pesos in one day, I could go to the exchange house to American Express and buy $500 in traveler's checks, and then I could travel to America, and I could travel to Texas, and I could travel to Miami, and I could travel anywhere I wanted and buy my merchandise. Go to the Fashion Mart in Miami, go to the Fashion Mart in LA, go to the Fashion Mart in Dallas, Texas, and buy whatever I wanted. What that means right now is that 5,000 of my pesos will only buy me around $250 and of course, that's half my merchandise because I have a clothing business and I have a retail business. That's half my merchandise, guys. And then what happens? Prices in America have also increased. Not as much. They've increased about, maybe about 10-15% since I started, which is really not that much. It's pretty reasonable. But think about it. Think about it. From my business, being able to have 5,000 pesos in one day and being able to buy $500 worth of merchandise, that means I can only buy $250 worth of merchandise because our dollar to the peso is so high because of our corrupt government. I found some really awesome hats to sell, and that's what Americans do, right? Americans sell stuff at a profit for money, right? It's called a business. It's called free enterprise. It's called merchandising. It's called capitalism, right? And I call myself a taxpayer because I buy in America. I buy my merchandise in America. I buy my groceries in America. I even buy my dog food in America, which is a lot of it. And we pay taxes for all these purchases, whether it's sales tax. I don't work in America, so I don't pay taxes in America. That's funny. The money you get from your company, you spend in Mexico because you spend all your time there. Yes, I spend most of my time in Mexico, sometimes in America. So I spend money in both places. The profits that I get from my business, I spend them anywhere I want because I could spend them in Europe and I would still be okay. Yeah. People come from Mexico and they just come here to take advantage of anything they can. They don't respect it. They just want to use it, take from it, use it.
Stuff like that it panders to, it panders to racists that are amongst your ranks of supporters in the Trump.
Chuck, can I interject in a second? Across our southern border, we get people trying to get in this country illegally from many, many countries, including from Asian countries. They get in.
Okay, Steve, I'm not right. I get it, but what when he's using the coronavirus as well, I'm thinking about shutting down the border because we're going to have coronavirus coming. Dude.
Well, I can explain that. I can explain why he would do that because it's not as easy to get into Canada as it is to get into Mexico. So if you're going to try to get coming into America with the virus, you're most likely going to come through Mexico as opposed to coming in from Canada. So it would be.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Once again, could you explain to me what kind of Excuse me, ma'am. Could you explain to me? Excuse me. Could you explain to all the listeners what kind of manpower that would require?
To shut down the border?
Could you understand? Can you understand the logistics of what you're proposing?
Hence the reason of the building of the wall.
I'm not. Listen, if I propose it, I would.
You're sitting there advocating for it.
No. I'm not proposing it by any means. Do you understand that I live in Mexico and what that would cost in my life?
Pretty soon, you will see what truth looks like. Without calling anyone names, bashing anyone, mocking anyone, making anything up, blocking people, or threatening anyone to say what we want them to. Truth.
Dude, I live in Mexico. I don't live in America.